Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Hello, welcome to the show. Okay, so today I'm going to do things a little differently. We are going to tell a story. So this story specifically has to do with driving. And my very best friend in the whole world, who I met over 10 years ago. Oh no, oh no, not gonna make it. Anyway, so this guy, uh, he drives me to go look at a truck that I was going to purchase. And this was when we were in Louisiana. You know, we were in the military. And this truck was at some place way out in the cuts. I mean, just like way out in the middle of nowhere. And so he had taken me because I was going to test drive it, you know, if I liked it and everything like that. And so we actually had to have the guy who was selling the truck, he came out to the main road to where he could pick us up, you know, and we could follow him in. And so that part was fine, you know, and we're driving and it's just this cut back and cut back. It's a dirt road, all dirt road, nothing's paved. And so the guy that we were following, he was going slow enough, you know, that we could follow him. And so we go, we look at the truck, and I ended up getting it. But on the way out, now mind you, this guy is driving like a Honda Civic. I mean, it was a smaller front wheel drive car, and he could just, you know, hit the corners, and he would uh, slide the rear end out, and he would drift a little bit. And then my buddy, bless his heart, uh, he he was also, you know, trying to spin around the corners and everything. But he had a rear wheel drive truck, and the rear wheel drive truck uh, he had lost some traction, and I'm in the passenger seat, and he's driving, and we ended up losing it around one of the corners, and we go bumper first into this ditch tree combination. So we dropped down a little bit and we smacked the tree. But what had happened, and I was wearing my seatbelt, but what had happened was uh, the inertia from us sliding out, and it was going toward my side. But the inertia from that, and we hit, and it made me slide into the door. And doing that, you have one leg here, and then you have my other leg here, right? And in between that is, you know, and so we hit the tree, I hit the door, and then it just goes. And to this day, he has been banned from driving anything. I won't tell you what he does for a living, but basically any game that we play, because we've been gaming for years and years and years, but any game that we play, he's not allowed to fly. He's not allowed to drive tanks, you know, battlefield games like that. He's not allowed to drive jeeps in Call of Duty. He's just not allowed to drive ever at all anymore. And it's for very good reason, because anytime I get into the car with this guy or a vehicle, not in real life. Real life, it only happened that one time. But anytime we get into a vehicle on any game, it's just he's impossibly bad, just so horribly bad, and it's really disheartening because then I have to drive everywhere and I have to do everything. But I love him to death. Ooh, I don't know, Hollow. Speak of the devil. It's a game, though. This is a game. But when you crushed my chesticles on your door, that was not a game. That was real life, real crushing, soul crushing. And then later, when we had to remove the bumper because of the damage, ooh, um, how did we end up doing it? We got my neighbor. We got my neighbor to hook a strap up to your bumper that you hadn't you hadn't even undone it all the way, and you had left screws on there, I believe it was. And then he just he backed up and just ripped it off with his Bronco. It was something like that. I mean, it was ridiculous. And then didn't you have to end up getting the screws off anyway? I couldn't believe that. But yeah, you're banned from driving. Like, absolutely. No matter what we do, no matter what we play, real life, it doesn't matter. You're just not allowed to drive with me anymore in any vehicle. No games, no helicopters, no planes, no nothing. I mean, that's it. I'll do all the driving. It sucks, but it's just going to have to happen. You say they fell out after we ripped it off, like while you were driving? That is not even in gear. But then, let's see. Uh-oh. I hope I don't cut anybody off. I mean, what else was there? There was a time that I had liberated a bull. I can't 100% see on either side of me, so I hope nobody's coming. Once to completely remove the bumper, screws just came right out. Well, yeah, because there was no more tension on the screws. I mean, that was ridiculous. I mean, the fact that you thought that you could just Fast and Furious drift around the corners was should have been your first, indicator. Oh, I killed it. That's embarrassing. Ooh, no. Ooh. Alright, where's this gotta go? Ooh. I don't know how I'm gonna do. Driving the dirt here. Professional my butt. Crashing into stuff. Oh, I got this. Fine. There's a blind side in here. If I could see. Oh, there's a forklift there. Oh. Well, that guy looks upset. Oh, hold on. I'm up backwards. Okay. I did, in fact, hit something. I don't know what it was. And I killed my truck. I got it now. No, I don't. Yeah, I do. Ooh. Ooh, who's the professional now? Oh, no, 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 no. It doesn't have to be straight. They're just going to unload it like that, and they're going to like it. Boom. That excellent. Let's see what they got for me coming back. I fixed myself once. Or twice. Just once. Honestly, I don't know. It's all a blur of excellence. Ah, come on. They can't just load me from the same door. Hold on. There we go. There we go. Honestly, I can't really see. Tiny little mirrors. Whoa. Yeah. Yeah, that's not right at all. Alright. That's attempt number 2. Ooh. Oops. The student has become the master. It's too late. I already blindsided into it. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Professional. Why, thank you, sir. I did it all for you. The viewers. Wah, wah, wah. Are you taking pointers? Taking notes? So you know how to do this? I'm still low level, so I don't have like any horsepower in my tiny little Volvo. Joke's on you, I'm not coming back to the center. I'm just gonna keep on working. Never, ever, ever, ever come back. Pick that way, pick that way. Honestly, I can't see if anybody's coming that way. It's not runaway. I'm an independent contractor. Owner operator, if you will. This truck has no guts. Look, it's another player. Oh. Oh no. My truck pulls a little bit to the left when I'm not looking. All trucks do that. Anyway, don't be sad. See, I have to be careful here because it is online, and players can hit you, and you can hit them, and you know, it damages everything. And then it's all just downhill from there. But I have had more times than I can count. Oh, that was a lot of tilt. You can't crash into them. They'll get really, really, really mad. I don't even know what gear to go in. Here we go. I have had more times than I can count me being able to stop quicker than anybody else, and then them just running right into the back of me, and then them screwing up my whole load. Just the cargo just. I started out with a 53-foot trailer and I ended with a little pup truck. I just imagine trees everywhere. I just recreate it right now and just skirt straight into it. Here we go. Nice relaxing drive. Just breathe and enjoy the scenery. Dum 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 dum. Dum 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 dum. Dum 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 dum. It is. I have to agree. But I don't mind. Because the company of this one person is all I need. They do, but I can't play it because they play actual songs, and then I can't do that because of things and royalties and stuff. Honking at me. Copyright, that's right. So I have to make the music myself. I could sing you a song. What song you want to hear? I'll be your radio. La 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 means I love you. La 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 means getting tired. No 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 no. That was for dramatic effect. It might be. What are they gonna do? Cut out my vocal cords? Ooh, Country Road. I know a song about that one. Ooh. And I do believe my settings are set to the least amount of trailer stability. So if I take a corner too hard and I straighten out, you'll notice my trailer just goes boom, 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 boom. It's pretty fun. Maybe you should get on the game with me. Oh. My speed's getting limited. That's what's happening. Oh, that was a tight one. Yeah, but if you got on here, then you can drive how you wish that you could drive at work with no repercussions. Except for having to pay, repair bill because you broke your truck. Ooh, stop it. All right. I don't have a fun way to control the camera, so I just have to use the mouse. You'd have to catch me before you could crash into me. Ooh. Already done made it. Global Mills. I still go faster than you. See? Setting up for the driver's side. Straighten it out. Straighten it out. speed park it. Alright, don't look away, you're gonna miss it. Ooh, it's straight enough. Bam. Let me see if I can look at it. Ooh. I mean, I'd probably go back a little more, but... Ooh. Oh, I done messed it up. Good enough. What are you talking about? That was so compact. I had one dock, and the next dock was just... That was it. I just made it look easy. It really is going to send me to the same place. Furniture, dried fruits, grain, rice, flour, home accessories. Going to Oregon. It's not spaced out. What they could do is just load me from the same dock. Bringing it in. Ooh, shoot. Ooh, farts. Now, that one was smooth. That was the one. That one's going on the highlight reel. It didn't have to be centered. That's what the bumpers are for. You just back up. As long as you're kind of in there, then get the ramp on there and the forklift, and then you're good. That little edge of grass, we don't need that. Ooh. Ooh. My truck. Beautiful. I am speeding. It's not GTA camera, it's cinematic. It's so you could just sit back and be in awe. Just awe. Awe, there's a red light. Oh, shit. Oh, no. Yeah, I'm good. You might be right on that one. I may have toppled a couple pallets. That's embarrassing. I actually do wish that was a part of the game, though. Don't make me get out and unload the truck myself. But I do wish that was a part of the game. I wish that if you took a corner too hard, you slammed on the brakes, you know, what have you, and you actually lost your load, you know, or at least just severely jacked it up. Like you would lose points for, you know, knocking pallets over. Good. I've never suggested a game change before. Ooh, I took that smooth. That was smooth as butter. Smooth as butter. I don't know if it'd be a DLC. Probably an update, though. That's gonna be my next venture. Just gonna tell people what to change about their games. Oh. How do you mean inside dock? And I don't know if I'm going up a hill, and I just don't have the power, or if I'm limited at 50. I'm going up. Ah, okay. I got it. So you do your own loading and unloading. Loading and unloading. Loading and unloading. Yeah, I thought you meant like a massive warehouse where trucks would go into the warehouse and drive and, tipped over SKDs. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Well, speaking of tipped over, do I still have my trailer? I still got my trailer. It's gonna drive like nothing happened. Like a loading screen, like you change vehicles. I know what a skid is. Skid, skid, skid. That was me demonstrating another way to stop your truck in an emergency situation, where it would come up like that. Exactly. Yeah, that was just for drama. A little extra spice. Honestly, I thought I was gonna lose my trailer though, because it did, because the truck started. It's a rollover, rollover, rollover. Except for here, what is it? In this game, I don't know about online, but in this game, you actually have to call a wrecker, uh, and they'll transport you to the nearest shop, and it gets pretty pricey. And like right now, because I just bought this truck, so I spent most of my money on that. And every time you damage a load, or you have to cancel a load, or you have to get taken to a shop, it takes away your money. Which isn't the truck I wanted anyway, but I had a Mac, and they just released the Freightliner Cascadia on here, and I want that one, but you have to go to the actual uh, truck dealership in the game. Like you have to physically drive there, and you have to discover it in order to get any of their trucks. And I haven't done that yet, and I don't know where it's at. I didn't look it up, so I needed a truck, and then I just bought the first truck that I saw, and that was the Volvo, and it's like the V670, I think. 690. Not sure. But anyway, it's not my first choice. I want the Cascadia, the Freightliner, because that's what I've dealt with the most over the years. What's the place called I need the truck from? It's just the Freightliner dealer. Is that your question? This truck has no power. Yeah, you just gotta go to like the dealer. So they have Kenworth International. They had quite a few of them lately, but you got your Volvo and your Kenworth Freightliner, Mac International. Did I say that? Yeah, but you have to physically go to those locations in order to unlock being able to buy that brand of truck. And Freightliner's brand new, so I don't know where their dealership is, and I didn't read the patch notes. So I mean, I guess technically it's my fault. This dude's gonna run into me. Ugh. So I guess technically it's my fault for not looking it up and spending $150,000 on this truck. You know, that's only got 500 miles. No, I don't know. Can't see it. Maybe if I turn right, it's got 1,000 miles on it. That's it. Come on, truck, and it has horrible time getting up these hills. The worst. And though Freightliners are pretty cheap too. Ooh. There we go. I'm on the downhill now. Where am I in reference to the map? Idaho somewhere? Oh shit! Oh. That's why online is dangerous. Well, I'm going now. I don't know if I'm gonna make this corner though. Barely on their side. That dude, like, if I hadn't been there, because you saw he had to cut hard back into his lane. But if I wasn't there, you know he would have just swung out super. Whoa, no. He would have swung out super wide and just kind of been driving like I'm driving now. Ooh. Ooh. Like right here would be a great example of how you would lose your load. Because I just mashed the brakes. So if your truck shuts off, if you tip too much, and your brake kicks in, wouldn't that just make you tip more? Or like when you try to overcorrect and then kind of thing? Or would you be up on your side like I was? Come on, truck, go. Oh, that's pretty fancy. Alright, so if you were tipping, you took a hard left, you were tipping off to the right, it would apply the brakes on the right side. I feel like that would just make you flip over more. Right? Like if you hooked to the left and you all of a sudden you took away that momentum over there, I guess it would matter how far you tipped. Because it wouldn't be in a game where, you know, you tip 45-degree angles like I did before I did that cool jump stop that I did on purpose a little bit ago. So I see it. I'm definitely speeding now. I'm gonna make great time. 50 miles an hour. Talk about 80. Ooh. Like a G. I'm making great time. Oh, nope. Nope, 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 nope. Oh, no. Pretty proud of myself on that one. Only problem is I'm gonna meet somebody who's driving just like I am, and then we're just gonna. You can play as a cop. You have to actually apply for it, but you can drive around in a little cop car and you can give tickets. Uh, you can give tickets to people because normally in the single player they have cops and they'll automatically give you a ticket for whatever you do wrong. But in this game online, you can get a ticket, but they have to see it. Like they actually physically have to see you do whatever it is that you're doing. So you would have to know where I'm at. Yeah, you would actually have to know where I'm at, find me, see me doing something illegal to give me a ticket. But that would never happen because as soon as I see you, I'll be like, oh, snap, 5-0. And then I would just be, totally legit, legal. Like this right here. That's it. What are you going to give me a ticket for? Nothing. Nothing. Super smooth stop. Yeah, I got nothing on me. Got nothing. You don't have to stay in your lane when you're making a lane change one after the other, like right back and forth. So if I'm making a hard corner, I change lanes here, then I change lanes right back and change lanes, and I just kind of zigzag into like that. That's just a lane change with flair. It's fancy. Well, I found a whole bunch of people. I got one of them swivel seats. It is nap time. I can't hear my truck anymore. There it goes. What is going on with my truck audio? What in the world? I thought for a second like maybe I was losing it's possible. If you cause enough damage, then your truck can sporadically just die. Seems like it's alright now. Oh, you know what I think it was? So there's voice chat in this game. It may have been the game reducing the volume of the game itself so that you could hear the voice chat of the other people. I wasn't really paying attention, so I don't know if they were talking or not, but maybe that's what happened. It seems like it's in good now. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, voice over IP. That's exactly what it is. I don't even know what button it is to talk, but got it. Ooh. See where that's gotta go? I'm gonna hook it right here. It's gonna happen. Mm-hmm. Boop. No, I don't want to do that. Wait. It was all on purpose. I know exactly what I'm doing. Ooh. Oh no! There's no ouch. I hit nothing. I got real close though. I didn't hit nothing. Still got excellent, even though there was minor damage. You did miss an almost rollover, but there was minor damage to that. That was it. And I get some fuel when it's raining. What did you knew? The game didn't say I had minor damage. I mean, you know what? So the cargo was fine, but I think my trailer itself is damaged. I'm getting close. Get some fuel. I had 2% damage to my truck. We'll see. I'll go to the service center right now, and we'll see exactly how much damage there was. It wasn't much. It wasn't much. All I did was a hop, skip, jumpy thing like that, you know, and my trailer went don 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 don. But at the same time, it's like, you know, it's like daily thing. Like I'm sure you've done it once or twice in your truck, driving down the road, hitting pop it pop it pop. Ooh, that's why he's not supposed to drive and be distracted. Sure is rainy out today. I really do love this game though. It was like before I even got the steering wheel, I could play this game for hours and hours just with the controller. It wasn't as cool, but it was still pretty cool. California, stop. I am old and I can't use the controller. I've got old people hands. They just get all crusty and I just walk around like whoa. Challenge. Where are you going, bro? Ooh. Bringing it in. I'll get fuel first. And don't spam cats, Hollow Soldier 3R. Rude. My light's on. Spinning around town. Alright. See exactly how much, see how much damage there was. So 3% on my wheels, which is nothing. And then 4% on my trailer wheels. So 3% on the truck wheels and 4% on the trailer wheels. So nowhere else did I damage anything. The chassis was cool, transmission was cool, the engine was fine, body of the trailer was cool, chassis of the trailer was cool. It's like $650. It's nothing. Do something fancy to my trailer. So what, I got a 45 now? That's so expensive. I got a 45. Tandem front. Do I want front or rear? I want front, right? For the smaller follow. It's like all my money. Well, that's cool. Oh, look how fancy I am. There we go. And that really is most all my money. Boom! Oh, I got kicked from the server. I can't use that trailer. Oops. Well. Oops. Looks better now, though. So this is a 48 now. It was a 45 because I don't have the 53 unlocked yet. But I just unlocked the 48, which is what I switched it to, and then it did not like my trailer color choice, skin choice, and then it kicked me. So now I'm online, but I'm offline. I'm still playing, but there's just gonna be nobody around. But I figured the stream's gonna end in like 12 minutes, so we'll just sit with it like this. That I got kicked? Or that I have to drive around with a 48? Open the gate! Well, and I think I broke it. There we go. Oh, potatoes! Yeah, well, you can't, like, you can't use custom skins. Like, okay, so I thought that I would not get kicked because that skin was part of Truckers MP, which is Truckers multiplayer. But as far as I know, I don't think the game, the SCI people that made this game, I don't think they're actually affiliated with the Truckers MP. And I think it's just kind of like its own, you know, when like regular players get together and they make their own version of the thing, or they make an add-on or a mod, which I think this is basically is. Um, they don't allow, you know, custom skins for your trailers or your trucks or anything like that. Any sort of branding, anything that could be offensive, you know, kind of stuff like that. Um, you said there's a Freightliner shop near or on the coast. Did you look it up? And I'm 100% in Idaho right now, or Oregon. I'm somewhere, but it's not the coast. Oh, thank you. You know, the San Francisco area, maybe? I could make a trip to San Francisco. And so basically, what you have, like, you have, uh, oh no, the lights are broken too. Every light's green. But you get your skill points kind of thing, and it will allow you to do certain other, you know, more lucrative jobs. So um, you get kind of like your hazmat stuff. So every time you level up, you get a skill point that you get to spend, and then every time you level up, you get a skill point that you're allowed to spend, and you can do it for like hazmat stuff, like fuel, ammunition, explosives, corrosives, you know the stuff. And you can also do it as far as like route length, you know. So you get like 10 points in each category. So the more points that you put in route length, the longer the routes you can do. The more points that you don't die. The more points that you could put into they're called what is it? They're like short delivery windows, kind of like a speed run. I can't think of it. Or fragile. So you could put more points in fragile loads, you know, where you can get more money for every fragile load that you do. You get more money for the speedy deliveries. You get more money for longer hauls, and then there's some other ones I can't think of them. Let's see. Here we go. Hazardous cargo, explosives, gases, flammable liquids, flammable solids, toxic and infectious substances. That's the one that carries COVID. Let's see. Corrosive substances, long distance, high value, fragile, just in time, fuel economy. Let's see. Up to 10% fuel saved when driving with a trailer. Up 10% saved driving free. So, you know, it's stuff like that. But I'm still like low level. I'm still pretty low level. So I don't actually get to do any of the cool stuff just yet. We'll do potatoes, since it won't let me go online. Then you look at Euro Truck Simulator 2, which is the one that came out before this. But that one, I mean, since it's been out so long, I mean, that game is just crazy established. I mean, they have, like, at all their DLCs and everything, I mean, you can drive over all of Europe, and it takes a hot minute. Like, you have a route that, you know, would take quite a while. I mean, you could be driving the same run for like an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. You can drive all across Europe. It's insane. I haven't done one of those yet, but I just don't have the patience for it. But the people who can do it, I mean, I give them mad props. Like, it is insane. Ooh. No, it's fucker. Pardon my French. It's it's like a American Truck Simulator, but it's Euro Truck Simulator 2, and it's the same company and everything, and they can have the runs spread just like literally, yeah. Oh yeah, no, 2-3 hours in real life. Yeah, and in the game it's translates to, you know, like multiple days. Yeah, I don't have the patience for that. I mean, I play hours, and hours and hours, and that's cool, but I take breaks, and I mean, I guess you could go through and take actual breaks, as you're going across all of Europe, which I think would be for a pretty cool stream, uh, but yeah, no, you would have to actually take like a 30-minute lunch break and then a couple of 15-minute breaks. If you wanted to be real fancy, you could do it on the European drivers' rules, or their laws. But I don't think I could do it just 'cause my butt hurts right now. And I haven't even been sitting here that long. I've been sitting here for an hour. I could. You could do it. I mean, like, it's like you just look at the map. Like, Google a map of a Euro Truck Simulator 2. And then you can see from like one point to another, and it's crazy. But what's cool about it is, so you go to Germany, right, where they drive on the right side of the road, I believe. And then if you go and take the ferry and go to like England, then you actually they switch it up. So it's pretty true, to life the way that they have the games going. And like I've seen a ton of people who would go get on the ferry, go to England, then they would drive on the right side or wherever they just came from. They would be driving on that side of the road still, and then you would see it because there's signs all over the place. As soon as you get into anywhere in England, they're like, "Hey, drive." Or drive on this side of the road, or switch sides of the roads, or you're going the wrong way, or I mean, they got them everywhere because it's so common that people don't think about it, and they're driving and they just start driving like they were, and then all of a sudden you got people coming head on, and it's just like it's like people jackknife their trucks and then they head on collision, and then you can text like type chat, and in addition to voice over IP, you can type chat, and then you see them, and it's a lot of people, a lot of different languages. I mean, European truck driver. I mean, they got like everything. I mean, they got the French, they got Germans, Russians. I mean, it's like just a hodgepodge of different languages, but they will just blow up on each other, because the guys take this really seriously. I mean, it's a fun game, but they will go through and they will just explode, and then you can hear them, talking on the voice over IP, and they're like angry, they're mad, because everybody just wants to drive and have fun. They don't want to crash into anybody, and then you get some guy who messes it up. It is a game, but it's like a game that you want to enjoy, and that's why it's a simulator, you know. But but yeah, I mean, they get super upset. So like, I mean, take for instance, like if I went and I did a stream for Euro Truck Simulator, and I went from one side of the map to the other, and it would take forever. I mean, literal hours to do that run. And let's say I'm doing everything correctly. I'm watching the speed limits, and I'm not driving crazy or anything like that. But if I'm actually doing it, and then some dude comes up and just crashes into me, or he just makes me crash, and then like now my whole perfect game in a sense, or my perfect run is just kind of thrown to crap. It's kind of like GTA when you're driving around and one of your nice cars, your fun cars, and then you accidentally scrape a person on the hood of your vehicle, and then you're just like, well, it's all bloody now anyway, and then you just throw caution to the wind, and you just start crashing into people and running people over on the sidewalk. It's that exact same thing. Yeah, it's aggravating. I know what you would do. I would spend the entire game running from you. Like, no joke. Like, I'm sure that you would run up, and then you would just play and play and play, and you would level up, to the max level so that you could unlock all the bigger engines and the transmissions and the speedier trucks, and then you would just chase me around trying to jack up my whole game. Exactly. Terminator chase down. You would just be coming straight at me. Like, you would probably cut me off. You would strategically map out, and you would say, okay, if he leaves here and he's driving for 1 hour and blah 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 blah, then he'll end up here. And so you just cut across the map, and then I'll be driving, minding my own business, and then I'll just see you coming the other way, on the opposite side of the road, and just come to kill me. and then just ruin my whole thing. That would be a pretty good stream. Just trying to run and escape from my life. Ooh. Take that like a boss.